check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Unboxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man, we back. Goodfellow Sports TV. Let's talk about, let's kind of size up Tony Harrison, WBC junior middleweight title holder, taking on Jermell Charlo. Sound like it's going to be December 14th. Could be, couldn't be. It's supposed to be the co-main event to Hurd and J-Rock 2, which is a travesty, because they fight was actually better than J-Rock and Hurd first fight, but it's all politics and stuff of that nature. But before I get into the video, like I said, people say, oh, you complain about boxing all the time, because boxing fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? People act like boxing in a good state right now is not, but you know what? You can't tell people shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't been watching boxing for over 20 years, you can't even sit at the table. Real shit. You don't know how it used to be. You don't know about none of the fights that used to come on in the middle of the week. You don't know nothing about Ray Leonard. If you think Floyd Mayweather is the greatest of all time, like, nah, you can't sit at the table. All right? And people sat here and said Tony Harrison is scared of Charlo and this, and they can see everything else. You know, they can see anything from their perspective. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes are zombies. They let a nigga behind a computer screen or a phone screen tell them how to feel. They don't have no knowledge. They ain't even been watching boxing in half a decade, for real. And I got to a point where I don't even believe these niggas watch the fight. I don't. I think they just be listening to what other niggas say about the fight, and then they report it. They don't even have no sticking points, no nothing. And they sit here and say, oh, he pulled out the fight because he was scared of Jermell Charlo. And he said, well, I'm going to still fight him this year. He said that, I'm going to still fight him this year. He said it on several occasions. Now he fighting him again. So where's the apologies at? Oh, he ducking him. How you ducking somebody? You going to still fight him this year? Everybody see somebody ducking, right? Oh, he ducking. This nigga ain't have to get this dude no fucking rematch. Jermell Charlo ain't give Vanes Monterosian no rematch. And a lot of people felt that he lost to Vanes Monterosian. You know what I'm saying? Jermell Charlo, and I like Jermell Charlo. He didn't give Matt Korbov a rematch, did he? And a lot of people felt that that's the Charlo that actually lost. Both of the Charlos could have lost that night. December, whatever the hell it was. Somebody you fought and beat and you scared of. Like I said, boxing became a popularity contest. That's all it is. It's a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I like him. What's going to be the excuse next time if he get his ass whooped? What's going to be the excuse? Because he didn't have to get a nigga a rematch. He didn't have to get Jermell a rematch. Well, no, I don't think it was no rematch clause. But just looking at the fight, at the end of the day, it's what adjustments Mel can make and what can Tony Harrison build on. That's just what it boiled down to. And what I seen in Jermell last fight versus Jorge Cota was that I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing that's gonna change my mind about the adjustments he can make, because he's stuck in his ways under Derrick James, and that's just what it is. He a stiff, slugging fighter, and that doesn't fit his identity. One thing I do like is with Cota, he punched with Cota a lot more than I thought he was. And if you watch Errol Spence film, he punched his opponent in between his opponent's punches, and that's always a great trait to have. Because certain guys, you're not going to be able to beat them leading off, at least early on. You're not going to be able to counter them and catch them on the back end. Like a guy like Lomachenko, you got to just punch with him. Y'all smell me? You got to punch. Some guys you got to punch with. And a lot of guys ain't willing to punch with a guy. Because the punch if he throwing in combination, or he slip, or he get more leverage on his punches at a particular range, you know what I'm saying? He gonna hurt you with a punch you don't see coming. So a lot of guys be scared to punch with guys, or they just refuse to do it. I don't really want to use scared, but I think they refrain from doing so. And Jermell was doing that a little bit versus Cota, but at the end of the day, it's no fluidity. He a stiff fighter. He's still straight up and down, just stiff. And for me, he and it's hard for people to understand where I'm coming from who ain't followed Jermell Charlo career. See, I hadn't followed Jermell Charlo career. I'm gonna keep it real. He wasn't on TV. He didn't. I don't think he had a deal with Golden Boy, but Jermell did. And Jermell Charlo was a twinkle toes fighter. Go back and just watch the Rosado fight or Demetrius Hopkins fight. Charlo was a fighter that got on his toes, lateral movement, you know, slipping in and out, great catch and shoot fighter, you know, good defensive fighter. He just lacked a little bit of aggressiveness on the front foot. That's it. He just lacked a little bit of, had he been a little bit more aggressive, all Derrick James just had to tweak him a little bit. And all of a sudden, he overhauled him into an Errol Spence clone, and it don't fit his style. He too stiff. He telegraphing punches. He bringing every punch with bad intention from Kentucky. If he get back to letting his hands flow, which he won't, using lateral movement, boxing, and mixing in that aggressiveness, you know, he'd beat Tony Harrison. I like him. If he can just find that perfect meshing point, and I've been saying this for several years now, he didn't fall in love. He didn't fall in love in knocking out subpar competition. Like T-Pain fell in love with a stripper, he didn't fall in love with the knockouts. But if it was up to me, which it ain't, you know, if it was up to me for him, it'd get back to moving, boxing, you know, letting the shots flow, using your hand speed. His hand speed don't look as good as it used to because he just loading up on every shot. You know, putting 2 or 3 or 4 shots together, not 1 and 2 big monster shots, setting up Tony, making Tony come to you slipping, countering, using that good check hook that Jermell Charlo used to have. And that's what he need to do. But will he do it? He won't. He gonna fight just like he fought with Cotter, just like he fought with Lubin, just like he fought with John Jackson. That's another fight. I knew it was a bad fit when Derrick James, when he fought John Jackson. And John Jackson was beating the brakes off his ass. He ain't even that good. Now, he was beating the brakes off Andy Lee. Andy Lee dropped down in weight till Andy Lee KO'd him in 1 shot. But John Jackson was beating the brakes off Jermell Charlo. See, a lot of Jermell Charlo, these fake-ass Texas fans, a lot of these niggas don't fuck with the Charlos like that. They was just told to by a nigga behind the screen. They just, if them motherfuckers from Alaska or they was from Kentucky, they wouldn't be no Charlo fans. They'd be saying the same shit that Elmer Glue Nation saying about them. Niggas fans based off the boxing's region, off niggas' region, where they from. Fuck that. I fuck with my Detroit fighters, don't get me wrong. But hey, if they on some punk shit or they can't fight or something like that, I ain't fucking with them. But what Tony got to do, Tony got to build on what he did. Tony left a lot of punishes out there, and you know, was he scared of Jermell Charlo power? I think you cognitive of that power. You thinking about it. You feel him hitting you on your shoulder. So I don't think he was scared of it. I just really think for him, I don't think he saw it. I didn't think he saw, you know, hitting him with a stiff jab and following behind it with another quick jab, or following behind it with a straight right hand, or checking into a left hook. And I don't think he felt comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? And also the power. Now that you felt his power, you gauged his speed, and like I said, Jermell Charlo is still fast. Don't get me wrong with his hands. Imagine if he didn't load up on every shot, how much faster he would be. He'd be a straight problem for Tony Harrison. But Tony Harrison just got to build on what he done. He got a good straight long jab, come back with a quick short jab, right hand down the middle. I would think jab, you know, landing some body shots here and there. And I really think he need to get on the front foot a little bit more this fight after a certain time. Yeah, he can walk Charlo into some shots, slip, but real talk, I think he need to be looking to counter more. He need to be looking to build on the jab. And also you can build once he knows his speed and he can gauge his power and he gauge how physically strong he is. Now he can lead off of right hands. It don't necessarily everything has to be on the jab. Sometimes you got to keep him guessing. Lead off with a left hook. But right now he don't got to change. He don't have to change a lot. But a lot of things he needs to do is build off of what he did with the jab. Jabbing to the body some more. You know, putting the right hand to the body some more. And also he can continue to make adjustments, leading off of right hands to the head. check left hook, right hand, double jab. You know what I'm saying? Just shit to keep him guessing, to keep him off balance. And also, at a certain time, if he put Jermell on the back foot, when Jermell is gonna be as stiff as he can, he gonna score a lot of points putting Charlo on the back foot. You know what I'm saying? And when Charlo's try to rage and try to do a flurry coming forward, you know, all you got to do is, you know, step out of range, slip under, hold that motherfucker, reset. Or you can step to the side and counter him. But Tony Harrison just got to build on what he done. He ain't got to overhaul nothing. And I don't think Jermell is going to overhaul much. This is my personal opinion. I don't think he gonna be what he gonna be. He gonna be even angrier, even madder. The Cowder fight showed me that he not gonna make the adjustments necessary, but he still can beat Harrison in the style that he fought. It wasn't like he got beat by a country mile or he couldn't win his way. It definitely could have went either way. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it can go either way. I think Harrison need to build on what he did, and I think he can stop him. And I think Charlo, he can stop him as well. And I also think Charlo need to set a better pace, a higher pace. And if Charlo is able to set a higher pace, you got to do that by not loading up so much and letting your shots flow a lot better. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do, set a better pace. You can't just go out there and throw 3 large punches in a row or and then reset and then let him get off. No, you gotta just be on your toes and throwing, you know, shots and combinations and just, you know, not loading up on every shot. But hey, just how I look at it, man. Right now, I think, you know, I really ain't got an opinion on it, who gonna win. It can go either way. Obviously, I want the Detroit boy Tony Harrison to win. I'm from Detroit, but I do kind of slightly favor him. But we'll see how it boils down if it's really December 14th. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget to check out our sponsor out, The Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing, get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Website, promo code, description.